Most people will be late if this happens inside the crypto market. And if this event happens, it will change everything for ICP. I'm a big believer of the ICP ecosystem. I'm also holding it, and that's exactly why I'm recording this video, because I don't want people to be late to the party. And don't get me wrong, most of you probably understand the basics of crypto. I'm since 2017 in this game. I learned a lot from the good times, but also the bad times. And yes, currently it isn't the best time for your feelings and emotions, but during those times when you feel the worst, it is the best time to take action before you are too late. And don't be scared. I will explain everything step by step so you understand the basics and you can make the best decision for yourself if we go lower or we can go higher. So what can you expect in this video? First of all, this is the ICP chart. We saw a massive pulse to the upside, and many of you potentially thought, hey, we will go higher from here. Let's get back to all-time high. Some of you took potentially profits, but let's dive deeper into the chart. What happens there and what can we expect? After that, I want to talk about this chart. It shows different kind of lines and you think, what is this? Why the one is green, why the one is blue, and what does this mean? Because this chart is the most important chart for your altcoin backs. So once you understand this, your investment strategy will be like step up. Like, I don't know how you have to say it, but your game will be scaled up if you understand this type of charts. ICP chart, but also the injective chart. Why? Because I see several things if I zoom out. I see things in the period. Why? Because I see similarities inside the chart. The similarities of the cycle, the emotions that you will feel during this phase of the market. And I want to highlight those topics inside the chart and what did I felt during this process of the previous cycle. So you will understand, hey, maybe I can look at it in a different way. And after that, I want to dive deeper into the Bitcoin chart. Is this the bottom? Yes or no? And of course, what is data telling us about the Bitcoin chart? Like, there's a lot of data since we have multiple cycles in the history of us. So let's dive deeper, guys. I told you, let's start first with the ICP chart. Before we continue this video, I have something for you. And that is, I'm trading actively on BLOFIN. So I had a conversation. I want to do something back for my community. I told them, hey, there's a huge opportunity on ICP right now. I want to give my people the opportunity to open a position of $300 completely for free. What do you need to do? There's a link inside the description which guides you to the BLOFIN website. Sign up through my link and get a free $300 future position. It is a $15 times 20x leverage. Super easy to use. Open it, a free $300 like on leverage. And if we get back from here to even to around $10, it is a 160%, which means you could potentially earn $400 or $500 if we get back there. Of course, it's free. Why do you hate free money? Thanks. One more thing. You are not alone inside the crypto market. Also, we have a free community for you for the first 50 people. So if you're watching right now and you think, I want to join his community, connect with like-minded people, link of Automated Alpha is also in the description. See you there, and let's continue the video. So ICP, we all know it. We had a huge downfall. We found a bottom here at around $3.50 in 2022. This was the phase of the bear market. Bear market was here, and in 2023, probably around January, it was the start of Bitcoin going higher and higher, and ICP was taking off on October 2023. It did quite well, like from here to here is still a 6x, and from there we couldn't break the all-time highs. So currently, I really think for altcoins we are in a semi-opportunity bear market where nobody around you cares anymore about altcoins. Most people who were in 2023, 2024 left the space, they lost some money, but those times that we are living right now give us an opportunity. So what do I expect? Since, yes, I saw what you're commenting, guys. I see what you're commenting. And I have to say, I bought in my last video, which you see right now on the screen, I bought ICP here. And it was at $4.10 because I was mentioning $4.10 is my support line. I will buy here. I'm now in a loss of 10%. And then somebody said, how do you now feeling, boss? So yes, I need some good rest. I lost 10%, but I see it as an opportunity. And now some people are also commenting, what is your strategy? You're buying at these levels, but how do you do that? What is your strategy? What is your plan for the next months, but also for the next years? More about that later in this video, guys. I told you about this chart, the green, blue, and white line. So what is this? This is the white line. It is the Bitcoin price. The blue line is quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. And the green one is the interest rates of the United States. So what do we see? The green one is at the bottom here from 2020 to 2022. It means that the interest rates were almost zero. Then we had an increasement there and it go all the way up to 5.5%. And currently we're having interest rates cuts. The blue line is this, QA and QT. Quantitative easing is the central banks create new money to buy bonds and assets that injects liquidity and push rates easier financially conditions down and usually make investors more willing to take risk. As an example, Bitcoin. QA tends to be in tailwind. More liquidity inside the market means higher prices. Currently, we are living in QT, quantitative tightening. The central bank shrinks its balance sheet, let bonds roll off or sell them. So let's get back to the chart. Let's focus on the blue line. We are seeing since 2022 that the balance sheet is shrimping, like it is going down. What do we want to see for more risky assets? We want to see that the blue line is going up. And this was exactly what happens in 2019. We can see the Bitcoin price, and once the Fed announced we are going to do quantitative easing, and once the real fireworks happens and we saw a massive injection of liquidity inside the market, that was the moment of the real bull market. So what is my point here? We need more liquidity inside the market before our altcoins can take off. Yes, Bitcoin did very well. Altcoins did decent during a period of 2023 and 2024. But for the real fireworks that we saw in 2021, 2020, and also 2017, we need more liquidity. And for that, the interest rates needs to go down also. Also CC of Binance. Breaking, the Federal Reserve has officially ended quantitative tightening. This was 1 hour ago. And we can see CC. What does this mean? QE time. Another chart. Like to show you more examples of what and why it's so important. We can see QT is the bottom here. Yes, it goes up, but once QE started, that was the moment it took off. Same here, QE started, small crash first, shake out the weekends, and then the real fireworks starts. Same here, it starts. And every time when we saw an average of a top, was the moment when quantitative tightening started. So the liquidity will get out of the market. And don't get me wrong, I really understand that you guys are feeling horrible right now. That you felt like, hey, I bought way higher, I lost money. Yes, but learn from the situation. Where did you buy? Did you buy when you were at the top? Did you buy here? Or did you buy here? And was this based on emotions, if you want to be honest to yourself? Or was this based on a strategy? Because if you had a strategy, you wouldn't buy here. You have waited to buy here. And same here, you want to buy the red candles and not the green candles. So let me do an example of Injective. Why? I bought Injective in 2020. It was around 40 cents. And I made some nice profits of it. Did I sold at $23? No, I didn't. I bought at 40 cents. It was around here. And I sold at around $15 here. Why did I do that? Because I was thinking, if I'm so hyped and I made so much profit at 31x. There must be other people having the same situation as me. Everybody was so greedy during that moment that I thought, let me sell my bags. And what did I do next? I was waiting for the moment that nobody cares anymore. And that was during the period here. This was the moment I took action again. I've waited for here to around here almost 1 year. Same situation is happening right now in the ICP chart. And I'm saying this, let's get back to the ICP chart. From here, when the first hype started, to here is almost 2 years. Yes, it took longer, but we need to look at which area is the price currently. We need to take action at the bottom area. Why? Because it's very unlikely the price will dip for 90% more. Yes, it is possible. If you bought here to here, 90% is around $1.60. It is an example. If you buy at $3.20 and you need to lose 90%, you will end up at 30 cents. Do you think really 30 cents is possible for ICP? I don't think that's possible. There's too much people interested into this project. Of course, it can happen, but I don't think so. So what is my point here? We want to take action of this opportunity with in mind that the biggest bull run will start soon, because quantitative easing is around the corner and we saw the results of that is the moment when our altcoins take us off. So what do I tell myself? I tell myself, once my friends in groups chats or on Telegram get hyped about, whoa, we are making so much money, that is the moment I need to think for myself, hey, so much people are happy. Let me take some profits out of the table. Even if the tech is the best, always take profits. And once they scream for the most horrible situation, oh my God, I lost so much money, I got burned so much. That is the moment you want to take action, because they are acting out of emotions. Another example for you, because maybe you're thinking this guy is talking nonsense. Another example that I will show you in this screenshot about Solana. Solana in April was getting below $100. It was the moment that there was a huge liquidation event also happening. Trump did something and the market was in complete panic. I bought for $20,000 100 Solana at on average around $100. As you can see in this screenshot, and also it was around here inside the chart. Was I scared? Yes, because the whole market was burning. And I just spent $20,000 at the absolute bottom. Do I thought it was going lower? Could be, but we also had a huge opportunity since so many people were scared. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, so many people are scared to buy here because of their emotions. But if you look at your thoughts when it was here, I wish that ICP was getting that low. Then I can buy more. But you didn't, and you regret always afterwards. So make a plan for yourself during the times when you don't have any emotions inside the market. Say to yourself, hey, same as me, I make these levels inside the chart. We now are $3.60, I'm buying ICP. We go to $3.30, I'm buying ICP. $2.80, I'm buying ICP. So I don't spend all my money at once. I just diversify in specific amounts. If this happens, I do this. Same if we go up. If we are going up and we get back to this area as an example, I take profits. Once we go lower, I just sell. If we go lower, I just buy again. This is my strategy. I look at the period of the market, and currently nobody cares about altcoins. So I want to take action. The last part of this video, guys, is this the bottom for Bitcoin? Another thing that is upcoming in July 2024, the Fed cut rates while Boy raised rates, leading the unwind of a carry trade. We can see it here. This moment happens here. It will happen soon again. It's very likely that history will repeat itself. Same for Bitcoin. Another thing that I think that this is the bottom. Yes, we can go to 80K. Yes, but it is very likely that around this time of the market, it is local bottom. RSI, weekly chart of Bitcoin. When was it that low as it is almost right now? Here, January 2015, absolute bottom. 2018, December, absolute bottom of the bear market. 2022, not the absolute bottom, but very close. It was here was the bottom, and around 6 months later was the absolute bottom. But do you really think it matters if you buy here at 20K and it goes to, as an example, 100K and you have like 5x or if you have bought at 16k and you go to 100k. It's almost the same, right? But you cannot predict the bottom. So dollar cost average and be smart, have your own strategy. If you like this type of content, guys, let me know in the comments that you like this type of content and I will make more ICP videos.